I'm Shalonda Gibson with the Speech and Voice Care Center of Houston. I'm here with another segment of Speaking Your Success Stories where we speak to individuals in the community. They could be public speakers, business owners, students, or anyone who has to use their voice to make a living. And as I talk about all the time, we all are professional voice users because we have to use our voices to interview for jobs, to do public interviews for radio, TV. Even if you're just communicating with your family and friends, you are a professional voice user or what I would call a vocal athlete. And of course, all athletes have regimens and things they do to train and get them ready for their events. So I'm here today with a tennis player and a business owner. So he is an athlete in real life, and he is a vocal athlete because he's starting a new journey and he has to market his business. Therefore, he is going to another level in all areas. So I wanted to interview none other than LeMontio Hobdy, owner of Monty Farms in Winnfield, Louisiana. Welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell me in terms of your athletic ability, your business, and how all of that plays in together into your world of health. I'll say that. He's in the health world now. So talk to us. Give me a little bit of background about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is LeMontio Hobdy. I'm from Winnfield, Louisiana. And, okay.
So your background is in animal science. We'll start there. So you have a degree in animal science, and you attended Southern University, just to bring it all together. And while at Southern, you played tennis, right? Or did you play tennis in high school? Where did your athletic journey begin? We'll talk about that first.
Athletic journey started in junior high school.
Okay.
Well, actually, as a kid playing t-ball and stuff, but really started in middle school.
Okay. So you have been an athlete for a long time.
Right.
So that means you have an idea of how to use your body, high performance, how to take care of yourself, and that sort of thing. And then while in college, you discovered animal science. Tell me a little bit about animal science.
Well, animal science is not a veterinarian. Animal science mainly deals with farm animals, which would be cattle, pigs, chickens, and things like that.
Okay. So, and I'm saying this because I love the fact that, like I said, he's an athlete and he's into healthy living. So tell me how your journey in sports and healthy living, how that all ties together.
Okay, yeah, how they intertwine. Okay, yeah. Well, of course, if you're trying to be an athlete or trying to be a bodybuilder, nutrition is extremely important.
Yes.
Like, you have to have the right, meals in order for your body to perform at the highest level.
Exactly. And so I'm sure you've learned discipline in your eating habits, discipline in your workout habits, things like that. So tell me, what is your typical day like? How much training do you do? What does it take to get you ready to perform at the level you want to perform?
Well, I get up maybe like around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then from there, I'll immediately go downstairs and fix my oatmeal, boil my 7 egg whites, and then...
7 egg whites?
Yeah, 7 egg
whites.
And
oatmeal for breakfast?
Pretty much every day.
Okay.
Yeah, every day. And just eat that, and that really gives me energy to last throughout the day. I can tell when I haven't eaten it how... I really feel different when I don't eat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I normally try to get at least 5 meals in the day, sometimes 6, but maybe like every 3 or 4 hours, depending on what's going on, I try to get that in.
Okay. And how did you get started on your journey with the healthy eating, and how did you get to the place where you are now, starting Monty Farms?
Okay, well, I got what really made me pay attention was, of course, when I first started to get into athletics and mainly playing tennis. I wanted to just be in tip-top shape and be the best I can be. But also, it stemmed from family history and illness and things like that.
Right. So tell me the piece about the family history. Of course, we're from the same family. I'll say this. And so I have an idea, but please let the viewers and the listeners know about our family history that is very striking. Like I said, that I didn't even consider.
Well, maybe about 2 years ago, I really just took an assessment of our family, and I realized that the oldest guy in our family is like 55, 56. And it really bothered me a lot because I know there's not anything wrong with our genes or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's coming from our health, and we're not taking care of ourselves.
Exactly. That's very disturbing. And we
Mm-hmm.
grew up in a small town in Louisiana, which will lead us to our topic today in terms of communication. But we grew up in a small town in Louisiana where we grew up biscuits and bacon and pork chops and
Mm-hmm.
greens, and Thanksgiving dinner was everything you can think of,
Yeah,
from pork to turkey, and talk about our
everything.
menu.
Yes, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, chitlins, pork chops, ribs, hot water cornbread, peas, corn, just all kind of casseroles,
Mm-hmm.
pies, cookies, cake, fried chicken, fried fish.
It was
It's
good, but it was not good for you.
which that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It tasted good, and everything that tastes good is definitely not good for
Hmm.
you. So you started a journey where you're developing your own organic farm. Tell us,
Right,
what is an
right.
organic farm?
An organic farm is well, the USDA certification of organic is when you have to feed your animals or practice certain requirements or use certain chemicals that USDA approves to be certified organic, such as your corn can't have any harsh chemicals or fertilizers, anything. In the beginning, my farm won't be certified organic, but I will be using organic practices because of our location where we live in North Louisiana. There is no supplier of like organic corn or
Okay.
organic soybeans, but there's a place not far from where we live. They don't put any chemicals or antibiotics in their feed. It's all natural. So that's
Okay.
what I will be using.
Okay.
Although it won't be certified organic yet, I'll be in what's called a transitioning phase to
Okay.
get to that organic point. But we will be using strictly organic practices. No fertilizers,
That's
no
good.
chemicals, no pesticides, herbicides, all natural. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm learning something new just from my conversations with him. And to tie it into why he's here, we were having a conversation, and I was talking to LeMontio about his journey and his eating habits. And he told me this hilarious story about when he was hanging out with some of his friends that he went to, was called a trail ride, and he'll explain that and what they said to him about his eating and how it related to
Yes.
culture. It was crazy. So tell us the trail ride story.
Yeah, okay. Well, trail ride is basically when people get together and ride horses, basically on a little ride or whatever, and people have ATVs or four wheelers, and basically after the ride, you just come back and have a little party. Well, after that was over, we some people were hungry, and we stopped at this little chicken shack, and they asked me if I wanted anything, and I'm like, no, I'm fine. And they were like, come on, come on, get something to eat. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I don't really eat fried chicken and fried stuff, period. And they was like, what? You don't eat fried chicken? I'm like,
Fried chicken. Yes.
no, I'm good.
Mhm.
And then maybe like a minute later, this girl who I just met at the ride, she's like, oh, so I guess you only date white girls, huh? And I'm like,
Really?
no,
How did you get who I date from
from fried chicken.
from
I
fried
kind of
chicken?
get that, but I'm used to it though.
Mm-hmm. So your reaction, like you said, you're used to it.
Yeah, I just started laughing.
Right. That's one of those shaking my head things.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess which brings us to our topic of conversation, how in our communities, and not just in small town communities, but it could be in Third Ward, Houston, Texas, any predominantly African American community, we have these standards of what is considered truly black and
Mm-hmm.
what's considered real black.